This is a podcast that dwells into topics such as games, movies, news, and even history. Today we've caught a wild tri-bi in our spotlight. So stay tuned, because this is the Tri-bi Podcast, also known as Tripod.
Hello everyone, my name is Nels TK and welcome to Tri-bi. I am one of the co-hosts and I'm here today joined with Jada Ghost.
Hello everybody, I'm one of the co-hosts as well, and thank you guys for joining in, and I'm going to hand it down to the Maroq.
Hey everybody, it's me, Mario. That's all I gotta say. I don't have anything good to say.
Yes. And we are going to be talking about a subject, a topic. And that topic has slipped my mind. I forget what the hell we was talking about. What's the topic?
We're talking about two topics
It starts
today.
with T.
Today we're going to talk about the history of Tri-bi, and we're going to be talking about the making of Turn It Off.
Yes, what they said. So we're going to be talking about the Tri-bi history, even though this shit has not even been a year. And we're going to be talking about the making of Turning It Off. Turn It Off.
Terminate off.
I
Never
can't wait.
now.
And so here we go. So yeah, I guess I will start it off. So Tri-bi is a channel that we proposed to ourselves many years ago. It's not only until recently that we begun. It's just because we were doing so much school. But this idea, I want to say 2022. Yeah, 2022. We decided to make a damn channel because we love being YouTubers. And it was like, how about we just got in a group together? You know what I'm saying? And we needed a name because the name comes first before anything else. So I was like, I mean, I'm good with names, coming up with names. So what names can I come up with? And I couldn't think of none. Jada Ghost couldn't either. It's not until this person on the right of me, he said Tri-bi.
Oh,
And that
yeah.
is the night that changed my life. And
that's
ever
how
since
Tri-bi
then,
was born.
yes, that's how Tri-bi was born. I was like,
Yes.
Tri-bi, let's go with that name. That shit sounds delicious. So we went with it. So yeah, I mean, it's a very great name. I think it's fantastic as hell.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, now on to that story. It's like, what were y'all doing during that time?
So, during that time, I'm going to get a little personal here. During this time, I was with my ex. So, I didn't have much time to do anything. I was homeschooled. So, it was just all like mumbo jumbo. And one day, we decided to make the channel and, of course, name it Tri-bi because that's what it is today. And our first video was supposed to be a skit, but then, Nels TK said, it got in the way of school and all that stuff, so we got very busy with testing and all that sorts of stuff. And after that, we kind of just abandoned the channel for a couple of years. And then eventually, just recently, we started thinking about what we should do, and then this is how we got into the podcasts and stuff. And hopefully in the future, in the next week from now, maybe it's already posted by now, we are getting into gaming.
Yeah.
And I would like to pass it down to the Maroq.
So,
Yep.
to clarify, you did mention 2022. I think it was 2023 when we did it.
No,
No,
I promise you, it's 2022.
Was it
Yeah, I got a date on a video that's saved.
We talked about it in 2021, and then we literally got into it in 2022. We made the channel in 2022, but we never really kind of got together with it.
Until 2025.
Literally,
Like, bro.
the first video you see on the Tri-bi channel is a Minecraft video with only TK and the Maroq.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We unfortunately left you out in that whole thing.
Yeah, Jada
Yeah,
Ghost, you ghosted us, man.
I
Come on.
didn't ghost you guys. I'm
No,
just
no.
saying my ex was so fucking controlling. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
She was so insecure about me talking to anyone, dude.
Yeah.
So I was never able to get into the Tri-bi or anything like that, and because of that, that's the reason why I was not in the first video.
Yeah.
But yet here I am today in 2025.
Yeah. It was a really
You're
it
all
was
men.
yeah, it was a really dark moment. But either way, regardless of whether or not it was 2022 or 2023, around that time, I guess going into the school topics, I know we just talked about that in the last episode, but I feel like it's a bit relevant here because it kind of relates to what we're doing right now, actually. So in English, me and TK worked on a project together, and it was known as the Jump In Podcast or Jumping Boomin' Juniors. Yeah.
Jumping Boomer Juniors.
Yes. And
JBJ.
yeah. And I guess it would be like I guess you could say it was like a foreshadow to what we would be doing with this whole thing. I think at the time we never really pictured us doing a podcast in this. Maybe we did. I honestly can't remember. But either way, I feel like that was what really kickstarted us on doing this whole like channel at that point. Whether it was after or before, I cannot tell you. Maybe you guys could tell me.
That's a school project too.
Yeah, it was.
I just want to clarify.
Yeah, it was.
That's a school project for English. Yeah.
And yeah, what we were doing was we were assigned to do a podcast or whatever. We were meant to talk about a topic. What topic was it again, TK? Because I cannot remember it.
The massacre of Tulsa, 1921.
Yes, the Tulsa massacre that happened. It was a really interesting topic, to be honest with you, but we don't want to get too deep into it just for reasons. But
real quick, I do just want to say that was for 11th grade. There's only 2 episodes out right now. The second episode was for 12th grade. That was a different class for psychology. And I was like, it's about drugs. Hey, Merrick, you want to hop back on JBJ? Let's do it for JBJ. And that's what we did.
Oh, yeah.
So we only have 2 episodes. He created the logo. It's still on my channel to this day. But I did. First episode was for 11th grade, both of us. 12th grade was just for me. And we even did a theme song. Just like how y'all know a theme song for this intro or this show. There's a theme song for that show. And it's pretty cool. It's like the bongos. It's like J, B, J, J, B, J. I don't know. It's all.
Yeah. God, I feel like my mind's like blanked out from like a couple years ago. God damn. Because I generally completely forgot about it. I knew the whole Jumping Boomer Junior thing that we were doing, but I just couldn't remember anything else. So, but either way, it was kind of where it all really began for us in a way. And eventually, we brought, Jay along into this journey, or, well, during this whole thing. And, and soon after that, like what I think Jay said, or you, TK, we did do the skit. We tried to. And I remember it was pretty bad, because when we were doing the skit, it was outside, it was out in the park, and it was really bad out. It was windy as hell.
We met, though.
Yeah, we did.
At least we took that step. We met.
It was windy. We all met.
It was so windy.
It was so flippin' windy.
See, literally, the funny thing is that I used to have like a, what's it called? A behind the scenes, like footage of the making of that script. And you can literally see in the video, which I don't have no more, unfortunately. You can see TK's tripod literally fall over, and that day was just a nightmare.
Yeah.
And so we were like, let's call it, let's cancel the script for now, and then we'll finish it off sometime.
Yeah, and speaking about that, there was a skit that was able to get done. It was with me and the Maroq.
Oh yeah.
That was at the same park, but it was actually in the park section. And I forget what that was about. I still got to upload it though. I'm gonna re-upload it. But it's at this point, it's like what? It's like 4 years old. It was released in 2021 of April.
2021. No, I'm starting to think it was 2023, but either way, yeah, it was definitely 2023 or something like that. Even then, at this point, the video may come out in 2050 or something, for all I know.
Because it's just the way I did it. I accidentally exported the video at 480p, which is terrible quality. Then I went ahead and deleted the project file. And of course, it's in CapCut, so I definitely can't get it back. And I was just sad. So I'm just going to have to redo it. But at this point, it's been so many years. I don't know. I've just been focused on other things. But yeah, everything that y'all see that's coming from us, we likely built it. Meaning we took ideas from other blueprints and we put it onto ours. And we formulated this whole thing. I'm not saying we straight up plagiarized, but I'm saying we learned and we got inspired and we decided to put it to the test. And that's how we got here now. This podcast is built off of hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's running.
Yeah.
The funny thing is about Tribi is that it was originally supposed to be like a gaming channel and a script like a script channel or like a skit channel. we never thought of a podcast until literally like, I don't know, maybe the beginning of 2025, the end of 2024.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's true. But I don't know if it was me, but it was someone. It's probably me or Merrick. We offered to do multiple series. I think
Yeah.
we actually all talked. Yeah, we all talked about it.
Yeah, we all talked about it.
It was we offered, let's do multiple series, and so far obviously it's mainly podcasts. When this video gets uploaded, it will be about 80-90% just podcasts and 10% 20% gaming, but it will change obviously. But yeah, we was like, let's do podcasts, let's do gaming videos, and that's what we're going to do. We already recorded a gaming video. Y'all get that Wednesday, Chief, don't worry, y'all get that. But besides that, we also talked about skits, like Jay said, and we was like, let's do some other stuff that's probably really not mainstream. Well, it probably is mainstream, but we made a point of just getting multiple series together, and that's what we still want to do, because we don't just want it to be one thing. What we're mainly aiming at is not just gaming, not just skits, but entertainment. I believe we all want entertainment, and we can get.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was just thinking about this. If you guys want to see more music, like Turn It Off or anything along those lines, or anything kind of like that, we can always get into something together and we can all make like music for the channel.
Yeah, it's
If you guys
called
wanna see
Tripod.
that-
Imagine.
Yeah. If you guys want to see that, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, because we just might do it.
Hit that like
Leave a
button.
damn comment.
Hit the
down
like
below.
button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit it so hard
subscribe
it
button
bleeds.
like it's your
Not
child.
that way,
Add
okay?
an emoji. Put 50,000 emojis in the chat right now.
Yup, facts, right now. Do it.
Put spam,
Yeah.
spam those freaking whatever those like phone things are. Whatever.
Spam
Yeah.
Mario in the chat.
Spam Mario. Mario. I don't freaking know.
Yeah.
But I guess transitioning from the TriCast or the TriCast, the Tri-Buy, and getting into the music. So yeah, turn it off.
I would like to start off with that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
Yes.
want to,
Yeah,
you're more than
yeah.
welcome to.
I feel like
But,
since it's your song, Jay, you should take it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You started.
So, all right. So, how Turn It Off was made. Funny enough, this was actually our first recording ever for the podcast, and Mario was trying to do the intro, as you guys seen at the beginning of the video, and every other episode ever. TK was messing with them, and he had his
pranking him.
he had his like desktop audio muted, so you couldn't hear what TK was doing,
Wait.
but you could hear Mario's voice.
Wait. Hold on. Slow down. You said in the intro, right?
Mhm.
It was. I mean, it was somewhere in the middle of the
Oh no,
video.
it wasn't the intro. It was your first topic ever.
Yeah,
you were talking about your ever first topic.
it was-
Excuse me, pardon my miscalculation.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of corrections
Hold on.
that need to be made in this video. I feel like, but go on.
Yeah,
Wait, what happened?
it wasn't in the intro. It was in the topic of what Mario was trying to talk about,
Yes.
and you kept pranking him. Anyway,
Oh,
going on forth with that, he kept saying "turn it off," and we will play this clip here in a moment of him having a schizo attack.
him
Literally.
fucking crashing out.
It's definitely one of the most unique fandoms, but also one of the most cursed fandoms at the same time. Don't look into the fandom. At least this is muted, so I can keep going. But please don't distract me, okay? Please don't distract me. I'm on it. I'm on a roll, okay? I'm on a roll. Turn your mic off. Turn it off. Turn it off. It's not display, but I don't give a shit. Turn it off. Turn it off.
And then we're also going to break down the beats for it, which me and TK both collabed on that one.
Yeah, I can probably do that.
Before we get into anything else, I would like to say thank you, TK, for making a collab with that one, and thank you, Mario, for helping us out with that one, too.
Oh, yes.
Welcome. You're welcome. And I would just like to say today's sponsor is imagine.
Today's sponsor is NordVPN. No, I'm kidding.
Today's video sponsor is Raid Channel Legends.
If you're trying to watch porn and you keep getting hacked, get NordVPN.
bro.
But anyway, back on topic. How we broke down the beat is I put a synth in it. We're gonna put in the synth, and you guys will be able to hear it here in a moment. And then we'll also put the beats and all that stuff here too.
it's definitely one of the most unique fandoms, but also one of the most cursed fandoms at the same time. Don't.
But I'd like to take it away for Nelsk TK, and he will actually tell you how he remixed it into a full song.
All right. So, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Host TK. Honestly, okay. Let's actually get to it. So basically, what happened? We just got done wrapping up episode 0, which is our first episode of Try By. Out of nowhere, I got a call from Jay, and he was like, "Hey, yo, I remixed Turn It Off." Yeah, he showed me Turn It Off. I was like, "Turn it off? What do you mean?" And he showed me the clip, and I rejoined the group. We all rejoined later that night, and he played it. And I was like, what the hell? What did you just do? I was like, is Maroq going to be mad at this? But, we all liked it. And at first, I'm not going to lie, the beat was shabby. It was meaning like it was, if I'm going to be honest, it was ass. No offense, Jay to go. But
no, I don't blame you. I was actually, this is like my first actual ever song that I've ever created. And the way I thought of it was like, I was thinking of it in my head like late at night. I was laying down and I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to remix it. And if I can't, then I'm going to call up TK and be like, hey, can you help me remix this real quick? And he said, yeah, sure. And that is basically how we had it remixed.
Yeah. And basically, exactly how he said. And what I went ahead and done, because I got multiple packs on my computer, I imported packs onto the BandLab project. And I imported I imported 4 kicks, 4 hi-hats, and I think 4 basses, and 4 snares, because you can't do that many on a drum pad. No. So I started playing with them, and I created this little beat, because at first he used a BandLab loop, a drum loop, and it was just too quick, and it was just not in tune. Like probably literally it wasn't in tune, but it was just not in tune. Like it didn't match. I didn't like it, but I seen his vision. I know what he was going for. I was like, I can make this work. So I did that. Then I took the melody itself, the main melody, and I put it into FL Studio, because that's the DAW I use. And I just simply wind it down. So in songs that you hear that has a wind down, a vinyl wind down, whatever, if it was made in FL Studio, it was likely made with gross beat. I saw some gross beat on that motherfucker, like, and it just made it better. I added a riser, and what I did, I took Maroq's voice and I kept on repeating it. Like if you listen to the song, there's a part that goes don't, like it keeps on going over.
It sounded more like a dope.
Yeah. Actually, exactly like that.
Sounds like I'm getting hit in the head 100 times. Actually, thinking about it.
And if you haven't ever listened to it, that's exactly how it sounds, because obviously it's his voice. Like that's exactly how it sounds.
Yeah.
But see, another funny thing is with that song is that originally it was just like duh, 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 and then like it just like stopped right after the duh. So it was just like duh, 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 and then it stopped abruptly. Yeah. And me and Mario both picked up on it, and we were like, that doesn't sound okay. So we had, you added more onto it, and then that's the solo melody, and then there's I
added another melody. I added another instrument. If y'all know those, I don't know if the editor will be able to put up a picture, but I think it's one of those mouths instruments. You hold it in your hand, and it got a mouth in his face, and you move your hand up. It's like, anyways, I use that instrument. And literally all I did was just follow the melody, which sounded good to me. So that whistle you hear, that side melody, I added that. And I think it just added the cherry on top, because there's a part, like Jay just said, after that section, the drums quit, then the drums come back in. Then it fades out to the point where you only hear that one instrument I was just talking about, that one note instrument. And it goes...
However, I will be posting a instrumental so you guys can like understand what we're trying to talk about instead of having to hear Mario's voice. Yeah. But no offense to Mario. Mario, your voice is fantastic.
Yes,
thank you for letting us use it.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
But like, there will be an instrumental. I don't know when. It just depends on whenever I get done, or excuse me, TK gets done with the thumbnail for it. And it might be out before this next episode, or it might still not be. Who knows? But
we'll see. Yeah. We'll definitely see. But another thing is that I wanted to say is we played that shit so much it probably damn near went platinum in all of our rooms. Not gold certified, platinum certified. That's how many times we just kept on playing it. Like if we
every single
you,
night.
yes, every single night. Like if we showed you, because obviously we record our desktop and put the picture, we overlay it. So right now, if that picture wasn't overlaid, the thumbnail, you would see the Discord backdrop, obviously. In our message history, you can just see multiple versions of Turn It Off. We got Turn It Off dark version, Turn It Off if it was played in the mall. We're thinking about doing a Turn It Off retro version. Yeah. So it's almost like that damn Invincible. If y'all know the Invincible meme, like it slowly get like darker and darker, and they put like different photos. I don't know how to put it, but it's basically like that. But yeah, bro, Turn It Off. It's really cool. I like it. You know, it grew on me. Now
it's basically our theme.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, and speaking of theme, we was thinking about putting it as the intro theme.
Yeah.
But I think I was really the main one that said, let's not do it.
Yeah,
because first of all, we'll get copyrighted, and not only that, it's just a fact that the intro we use now is so quirky and unique. It's weird. I love that. I feel like it fits our vibe, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop you right there real quick.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Mario. You can talk after this. Hold on. If you guys want the intro to be Turn It Off, we're gonna of course play it at the end. If you guys want it to be Turn It Off, comment down below. And if you guys want to keep our original intro, just say the original intro or Turn It Off, whichever one. And whatever gets most, well, switch it. And
I'm spamming 10 comments of my own comment. OG intro.
I'm gonna spam 10 comments. Turn it off for sure.
Okay, I'll spend 10 or 11.
Yeah.
I will battle you in the comments. All right, Mario. I'm sorry. Take it away.
So, I guess cutting into it. But yeah, we were both fighting on the intro for a while. It felt like a goddamn World War III event that happened.
No, for real.
And it felt like it. And I still have thoughts about the intro now, but honestly, it really doesn't matter to me anymore. But really what was going on was that, you know, it got to the point where we ended up just making a new song, or we tried to, and, you know, never really landed anywhere. But at the end of the day, I caved in. I was like, oh, fuck it. We'll just go with the old reliable, you know. And, yeah. Really, that's what I got to say about that. But since, you know, I haven't had much time to talk about a lot of things, I actually do want to bring up one thing. Going into the story of Turn It Off, actually. It's funny because, yeah, we were all on the call. We were all, like, you know, trying to finish up episode 0 and all that stuff. And, you know, as we did, it felt like everything was over with. Like, after that, you know, Jay was like, you need to show that clip of you freaking out. And I was like, I'll throw it in. I'll show you. And I did. And, you know, and I thought that was the end of it. But then after that, you know, everything was quiet for a while. I was just sitting down, relaxing. Then all of a sudden I get a call from Jay. And I'm like, what's going on? And he tells me, like, hey, I just made a song about you. And I was, like, thinking about it and all that stuff. And this was in the middle of the night, by the way. This was, like, a few hours after, I believe.
Yeah, this is at, like, 1 in the morning or something
like
that.
And I was like, what the hell? And at first I was iffy about the song when he was talking about it being released and all that stuff. But over time, I kind of started getting used to it. And I was like, you know, it's not a big deal. I think it sounds interesting, whatever. And you know, after a while, the song really got to me. Like, one point, I was in the shower, you know, doing my thing. And then all of a sudden, I hear the dun, 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 dun. I was like, oh no, it's the song.
It's the Maroq monster. Wait, what's the version of your name? The Evil Maroq?
Evil Maroq.
Evil Maroq.
Yeah, but Quorum. It was Quorum. Like, bro, you know those damn Gmod videos of like the PNG chasing the person. Just put a picture of Evil Maroq and have that like a bass boost
Yes.
version of Turn It Off.
Yeah, but no, I was just thinking about it, and yeah. And, I don't know if Jay wants to get into it, but we did have a bit of a weird issue regarding the song with it being distributed.
Yeah. I would like to get into that. However, Jack, excuse me. I didn't say it.
Jack Nicholson, he said his favorite actor is Jack Nicholson.
Yes, Jack Nichols. Yeah, baby. Anyway, Mario was kind of iffy on it. with it being disputed. Like he was already like iffy about it being on like SoundCloud and BandLab and stuff.
Right.
But then we finally talked him into being disputed. Eventually, me and TK sit down and he helps me distribute it. And finally, it gets distributed.
And at first we
after,
thought it
like,
was
3
good.
days. Yeah, at first I thought it was like fantastic. It was a great idea. I had it on all my playlists, literally.
Yeah.
And it was a fantastic song. Well, as you guys may know, in episode 1, I believe, or episode 0, episode 2, somewhere around those lines, we had the music playing at the end because, well, we mentioned it during the podcast and we edited it at the end because we thought it was hilarious. Well, we got copyrighted for it.
No, literally,
And-
literally just
literally.
abruptly, like, we got copyrighted. Boom.
Yeah. And the funny thing is I have my own channel, and it's literally named Jada Ghost, my like music tag.
Yeah.
And I try uploading it, and I get copyrighted by my own self, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So, like,
it was like,
I sit down with TK and Mario, and we're like, should we just undistribute it so we don't get copyrighted for it? And Nelson, TK, somewhere along those lines, said, we shouldn't do that because, blah, 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 blah. We kind of like it. We want it. But yet again, we get copyrighted by myself, literally. And Mario said, yeah, we should just undistribute it because why not? Because we always get copyrighted for it,
Yeah.
and it is what it is. So I eventually undistribute it, and I post it on my channel. And guess what, guys? No copyright.
yeah. But no,
Yeah.
I just looked at my Spotify playlist, and it's actually I didn't pay attention. It's
Yeah,
gone.
it's not there. It was on my likes, and it's gone.
damn.
Yeah.
Disappeared like
I
that.
really went,
Yeah.
I went to
gone.
SoundCloud like that, and I Thanos snapped that bitch. Gone.
Man.
Yeah. Man.
But it was, like, it got to the point where, like, for Jay, I think what happened for him was, like, it got so bad. It kicked him out of, it kicked him
His
out of
account.
SoundCloud. Yeah. Literally.
Yeah, it
Like,
kicked
what
me
the
out.
fuck?
So the funny thing is with that is that I tried to distribute the copyright, or not dispute the copyright, and it literally kicked me out of my own SoundCloud, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, I was on call with TK, and you can literally ask him. I was having a mental breakdown for like 30 minutes trying to get back into my account, and before I called TK, I was literally there for like 4 hours trying to get it back in. And
Yeah.
once I eventually got back in, I undistributed it for show.
Yeah. He had to take that shit off instead
Yeah.
of turning it off. He had to take it off.
It was like,
Yeah.
it was like World War IV. Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like on the verge of tears because I couldn't get back into my account. And eventually I get back in, everything is all cool, and then I undistribute it, and we called it then. Eventually, it did get refused at first, but then I, disputed that, and it finally got off of all the platforms. But if you guys do want to listen to it, it is on SoundCloud, it is on BandLab, it is on YouTube, all under the names of Jada Ghost. It should be in the little description or in the channels, the extra channels over in the channel of Tribi.
Yeah. But,
Yeah.
and maybe someday we could try to figure that out again, try to figure out how to distribute it and not getting,
I'm
like,
probably
yeah,
I'm probably going to use DistroKid
yeah,
once I get the money for it,
yeah,
because DistroKid seems like the best option to go for. And TK even showed me this. Like it's actually pretty good to use. And TK has posted his music and hasn't gotten copyrighted.
Yeah.
So that's even better.
Yeah, it's just that I feel like a con with that is that you don't get copyrighted. So if someone's using your music, I guess you could distribute it. Like you can go to them manually, but it's not gonna work automatically. You don't get taken down. But at the same time, it's a pro because you want people to use your music starting out as a beginner. So yeah.
So here's something for everyone who's trying to get back in or get into music or get back into music.
Yeah.
Do not use SoundCloud to distribute anything.
Yeah.
Use DistroKid or anything that you know is not going to copyright yourself.
yeah. Unless you want to be like a
Because
daredevil.
Unless you want to be like Jada Ghost.
Oh God.
So if you don't see Jada Ghost's profile, that's because he ghosted their ass. So
Somehow,
Yeah, I blocked you on everything.
somehow Jada Ghost got Jada ghosted.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just an unbelievable concept to think about, honestly, in this day and age. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
maybe
bro,
not,
it turned into a
but
curse. The song really
Yeah.
turned into a curse.
yeah, literally, it turned into a curse. It turned him off, literally.
And
tried to
speaking
turn
of
him
turn
off.
it off,
Like we tried to turn it off, but it kept on coming back.
yeah, like speaking of turn it off, like every single night after a Discord call or this recording session, any recording session, we literally listen to turn it off. Like
Yeah.
it's literally an anthem at this point.
Yeah, it's our like nightly ritual to do it.
Let's go turn this
Yeah.
like a damn horror documentary probably one day.
Yeah, we're gonna have Mario make a horror game out of turn it off.
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah, bro.
Or the other idea I had earlier, I brought up before this episode, Friday Night Funkin', but I don't know.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. I have an idea for your retro game.
Yeah.
So like, you know how I made the turn it off dark version?
Mhm.
You should probably put that as like the soundtrack and like kind of like have it play throughout the game.
Yeah.
Or like when there's like a boss or something, you just it's playing in the background.
Yeah.
Like without your voice.
It would be funny as an idea.
Yeah, it would be.
Or like I can
Yeah.
picture it being like in a swag moment. It's like, you know, it's building up to something like dun 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 dun, and everything's like black and everything's dark,
Yeah.
and then as soon as the song hits, the lights
It
turn
blasts
on.
into like a drop,
Bam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like a guitar, electric guitar, string bass.
Oh yeah.
Some Undertale type shit, you know.
Yeah. It would be so freaking
Super Meat
sick.
Boy. Yeah.
But maybe that's an idea for another day for little old Mario over here.
See, if you guys want to hear the dark version of Turn It Off, let us know because we can definitely add it in after this episode, or I can upload it on my personal channel, whichever you guys prefer. And yeah,
Yeah. If you just want us to just create a damn channel called Turn It Off and just different iterations.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know in the
At this point, I might as well just do that.
Yeah.
Turn it off, different versions. And
Let us know in the
like,
comments.
It has like Mario's like profile picture. Turn it off.
Literally.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh man. Well, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, this has been the history of Try-By and the history of Turn It Off, which we eventually did have to turn it off. I have been your host, Nels TK. Click, and this has been Jada Ghost.
Thank you everyone for watching. And this is the Maroq.
Yes, and this is the Maroq.
Cheese sticks.